Here we are back on YouTube. It's me, Evan. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Hi. We are back. This is my solo Furret Nuzlocke of Pokemon HeartGold. This is attempt 141 that we are in the midst of. That's Kabutops in the National Pokedex, number 141. So this is the Kabutops run, is what I'm calling it. We've hit third place. This is third place. This is the third time we've had 7 gym badges. We've died once before in the radio tower to Executive Proton. Just one misclick. And then just 6 turns of terrible RNG luck. So we got back one more time, beat that, and then lost to Claire. That's the furthest attempt so far. So we are on a run. This is a run that we're having right here. This is our Impish baby. And as you can see, she has a plus defense minus special attack nature, which is pretty A-okay. For our purposes. Keen Eye, of course. We only run Keen Eye. No runaway in this stuff. No cowards on our squad. And she's a lady. Whoa. She's a lady. So that helps, obviously, with Whitney and her Miltank. No attracting this time. The only time we ever lost to Whitney was due to attract mechanics. So, this is a runner, you know? She's a baby. She does the thing. But without further ado, it's time for Radio Tower. It's time to show Team Rocket what's what. And, oh yeah, we gotta go get our uniform from the underground. Our Rocket uniform. That's an addition to Pokemon HeartGold, don't you know? They don't do that in, friggin' Vanilla Gold. Game Boy Color Gold. To anyone that's watching these videos, or watching any of my live videos, or like the Lasagna video and drops in every once in a while to these, or whatever it is, I'd love to hear more from you. I'd love to hear what kind of games you'd like me to play. Would you be interested in Game Boy Color games? Vanilla or ROM hacks? Would you be interested in certain fan games? Would you be interested in certain kinds of challenges? Do you want me to try Kaizo Ironmon? I don't know. I don't have the setup for that. I'd like to try it at some point. Kaizo Ironmon, something we'll look into trying someday. But you know, I just want to know what you like, or that you see already, or what you might like to see more of. So literally shoot me a DM, comment on the video or in the chat to just, you know, give me a what's up and say, like, hey, I like this, don't like this, you could work on this, and maybe try playing this. And I'd love to hear that. Love to hear your input. So here we are in Radio Tower. We got our, okay, nice. We got our stuff. And this baby had a commanding performance against all 3 of the late gym leaders. Price, Jasmine, and Chuck. It was the easiest Jasmine and Chuck in particular that we've ever had, both. I feel really confident at this point, like, that I'm starting to really get the hang of, you know, how to play these rounds and what to stay away from and what to be prepared for and what held items are mandatory and that kind of thing. We're doing Kenshin soundtrack again. I've been rewatching. I acquired I've got those DVDs. I built them up over years and years at the vintage stock that I grew up by. And so I've been rewatching. It's been a good time, but the music is just unbeatable. It's so good. I don't know of an anime soundtrack I like better. It's my favorite anime. The music is not a small part of that. Ba-do-do. So for the most part, like I said earlier, I died here once. My second furthest attempt, I died in Radio Tower to Proton, that little blue-haired twink. But it was a really, it really felt silly. Because what happened is I meant to hit Headbutt. I hit Quick Attack on his gold butt. We would have outsped and killed with Headbutt. Guaranteed. Every time. Against his Golbat at the level we were at. And so it was literally the one misclick that opened him up to hit a Confuse Ray. And then we hit ourselves in Confusion 4 times. And then on the very last turn against his Weezing, we were like 1 hit away from knocking him out. And then he hit us with a Sludge Bomb that got us down to 8 HP, and then it landed a poison, and then so it's like our Headbutt didn't get a flinch. It was like literally every single bad piece of RNG that could occur. It was like this song, very much so emotionally. It was a tragic thing. Like it was so fucked up. And I'm not joking. Literally every bad piece of RNG we could have gotten, short of every single hit of his critting. 2 of them did crit. Like, it was insane. It'll be certainly a big part of whatever video I end up making about this experience. It was, like, brutal. But then, yeah, the furthest attempt, we just couldn't beat Claire. You know, she paralyzed us, and then bad luck is the name of the game. I feel superstitious, low-key, about like the actual randomness of the RNG in this game. I am a conspiracy theorist, and I'm sure it's not borne out by any actual data, but like I just feel like the game doesn't like it that I'm playing with 1 overleveled Pokemon. The game wants you to catch them all. You know, it's upset that this is how I'm playing, and I think the further you get in a game, the more the RNG starts to kind of like punish you more overtly for not catching them all. I think that's obviously probably, like I said, not borne out by the actual like data, but it's just how I feel. Like the RNG gets so much worse the higher level we are. So if I'm not insane, if that's actually a thing, like let me know, because I kind of looked into it, but like results were not conclusive. And even though we're minus special attack, we're still so over leveled that we, you know, we're one-shotting these Magnemites with Surfs. So that's pretty cool. We don't use rare candy on Furret, on our babies. We just rely on beating every single trainer we find. We fight every trainer. And there's one point that I grind before Faulkner to get up to level 15, so we just evolve before the level cap. Me first. I'm trying to... I feel like I should pull up HeartGold Nuzlocke Guide. Sorry, I'm looking into... Because me first is interesting. For dragon type. Are you with me? Me firsting Lance's Dragonite with Outrage. That could be conducive to really good strategy, actually. Me firsting Thunder Waves on Shedskin fucking Dragonairs, assholes. Yeah, Intimidate Gyarados. Claire's team is a threat. I don't know that Me First helps us that much in that scenario. It's too late, obviously, but I don't know if there are like move relearners or... I think there are in Blackthorn. I think there's a move relearner. I don't know. All I know is we gotta fight everybody in this building. I don't have any rules about like what would I say? You know, some people do like the dungeon rule where like when you go into a gym, you can't heal, you can't go to the Poké Center until you come out, you know, that kind of thing. Like I don't add any extra layers to like this run is really straightforward. I'm trying to more or less beat the game the way that like you might play the game if you didn't know any better as a kid. You know what I mean? You might just like catch your favorite Pokemon and like just go for it, you know? But like as a Nuzlocke, I don't know. I just want to beat everyone in Johto and Kanto and Red with just one Furret. It just sounds like my calling. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it happen. We're streaming on an atypical day, Thursday morning. I picked up a shift tomorrow morning, our normal. So that's 2 Fridays in a row that I picked up shifts and didn't stream at the normal time. So sorry if that disrupted anybody's like plans. I super doubt it, but if I'm wrong, I really do apologize. I want to stay consistent with these streams, and I've been a little more lax about it in the last month or so. But we're still here every week, plugging away. Scientist Trenton. Okay, there's one last fight. I think we can manage. 2 headbutt is not enough. Do we have an ether? 3 ether, 2 max ether. 2 max ether is more than enough in and of itself. Like that should be enough for an Elite Four. So we can use an ether. This isn't totally lazy. And obviously we can use a potion. At the same time that I try not to like, I don't know, overly make the game hard on myself, I also don't want to like make it overly cushy on myself either. There's been like multiple times in this run where I've thought like that I've solved it a little bit and I go like, oh, so now it's easy. It was hard the first time because I was being stupid and I made mistakes. Keen eye. But now it's easy because I'm not being stupid anymore. And like that anxiety still exists. Like I worry about what Kanto looks like. I imagine there's no way that Red isn't challenging. I have a distinct feeling we'll lose to Red. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to beat Red. I could be wrong. Maybe the difference between level 100 and level 84 is steeper than I think it is. But I think these guys have the leg up on me, for sure. Like, I think a level 88 Pikachu might outspeed us. I don't know. Like, 12 level discrepancy is not that big of a discrepancy. It's got a base speed stat of 90. And then, you know, his team is like Lapras is super bulky, Venusaur, Blastoise super bulky, Snorlax obviously super bulky, Charizard's not all that frail. I don't have any fucking rock moves that I know of. I don't think we can learn rock moves. And then Pikachu is fast. Like, that thing might outspeed us and hit us kind of hard. So I don't know if this, like, this run is possible, ultimately. But I'm no longer really all that anxious that it's too easy. Like, I genuinely think it's been borne out in 141 attempts, no matter how many of them were ended by human error and just, like, impatience and stupidity and, you know, lack of strategy and blah, 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 lack of planning. Plenty of the attempts gone down to that. This has been a real trial by error run. That's kind of the way I tend to play, honestly. I don't have all that much time or energy to, like, study these games off stream that much, you know? I just have a lot going on in my life outside of this, and so, you know. Okay, so wait, now we got, didn't we get the key card or something? I'm not even gonna check. Oh, hey, boom, boom, boom. Thanks, Kimono Girl. You've added so much. Yeah, we got the basement key. I was like, I thought so, but I'm not actually remembering. All right. Fight all these assholes. Wah. 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 Bow, bow, bow. All right. Rival fight. Here we go. Second to last fight with Silver. Do you fight him in Victory Road? I'm not sure. Headbutt does it every time. Oh, well, not this time. But it was close. Meganium. Headbutt. Yes. Boom. The flinches. Headbutt is so important. It's so important. Boom. I mean, they're just going down. Boom. Yeah. So, Rival remains not much of a threat. I mean, that Golbat could have confused us after surviving that hit, but it also could have flinched. It also looks like it could have gone down. Like, it looks like it might have been at range. So, yeah, we're doing great. Let's see here. What else is new in the Pokemon world? They just announced the Deluxe EX pack for TCG Pocket. That's that one's interesting to me. I'm like, okay. So you're doing a re-release on a digital, like, there's obviously like a bunch of new cards in there, but you're also just like right? They were just like packaging EX cards from old sets in there. Like, it's a little bit like, I don't know. And it looked like it was only going to be available for a limited time too. The trailer was like available between this and this, which is a new precedent to set. Like, every other set has been available permanently thus far. So, I don't know, dude. The whole thing seems janky. But I like playing the game, and the cards are really well designed. Like, they have a lot of the product is something I want. And then, you know, and then a lot of it is just a bummer. It's just Bummer Town USA. I was thinking the stream looked far behind. Okay, tight. They really made this, they really nerfed the difficulty of this Switch puzzle in this fucking game compared to the Game Boy Color version, because like they have these colors on the ground that obviously like are denoting what buttons to push. None of that I remember in the original game. This is still my first time playing through HeartGold. I've never played this game all the way through. I've never played it past Bugsy in any other format. I was playing a little bit of Sacred Gold and I didn't get past Bugsy before I set it down. I think it would be smart to heal. I don't want to use ethers every single time. I just want to go all the way up and down that tower. The city is big. It's kind of obnoxious having to do this, but, you know, that's what happens when you have one Pokemon. You're not spreading out the PP usage. And you know you gotta spread that PP usage, bro. To get that PP usage spread. I am proud of myself. Like, genuinely. For a lot of things. Bum 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 bum. I'm not proud of myself for plenty of things also. Just less things. Nope. I wanted green is what I wanted. And now I want red. And now I want blue. Boom. Boom. I'm Makoto Shishio. And I'm going to fuck Japan with a boat. And then I'm a mummy. But I'm also really hot somehow. Ha ha ha. Imperialist government. Chaos. Killing. But yeah, this series is great. Boom, boom, boom. Rat-tit-tate. Headbutt. Alright. Max Ether. Nice. So I think 3 Max Ether definitely sets us up great for the Elite Four. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've read somewhere that there's a, there's like an Elite Four rematch? Is that true? I'm not seeing it in the Nuzlocke guide, so maybe I'm making that up. So fucking good, dude. It's just so much effort. You know the fucking violinists stay paid in Japan. They stay working. These animes work their little fingers to the bone, I bet. That's... I don't know, but just sometimes this music is just so fucking good. Come on. And then this guy is the actual director. Nice. Okay, and now we got our card key. And we're about to take second place once we beat Proton on the other side of this door. So let's pick up our amulet coin. Hey, that's kind of cool. But we don't end up needing that much money because we're never buying like Pokeballs, and we don't even really need to buy that many. This is also much easier in this game to get these items. You can just ask them to move them. You had to like, I don't even remember exactly how it worked in the first one, but I feel like you had to wait for specific times and shit. This that music that play when Shishio takes a bite out of Kenshin's shoulder. Spoilies. Spoilies. But he eats him. It's crazy. He eats a part of him. Alright, we're healed up. We got our card key. And we're going. Alright. Alright. What's the over-under on me beating Proton? How do we feel? Do we think I'll do it? I kind of think I will. Ooh, maybe we should put the shell bell back on. Because the Chesto Berry was for a pretty specific thing. It was for Poliwrath using hypnosis on us. We do have a Person Berry. Oh my god, get off my face. Are you kidding me? It's like a little fly. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go with the Person Berry. Because I don't think this guy's Golbat is as strong as our rivals just was. No, it's not. So Headbutt should one-shot, but it didn't on a level 30. So nope, we're good. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's like every time. Nice, get the flinch. Fuck you. See, alright, there we go. Second place. This is our second best attempt thus far. Now we just gotta get through the last of these. Alright. Ariana Grande. More like Ariana Small. Not Grande. Ariana Puny. Oh my god. Okay, so one of the things about this run so far, knock on fucking wood, is that Baby 141 here has had insane luck. Easily the best Fury Swipes luck we had of any run. It never missed Fury Swipes. It always hit at least twice. It was fucking crazy how lucky it was with Fury Swipes. And now it keeps getting flinches all the time. It is so good. It is so lucky. She is just the best baby yet. Like, it's the most hope I've ever had for a baby in this whole silly run. Probably should have just done headbutt there, but also suck it. What's the worst thing that could have happened? A burn? Smog? We can't get our accuracy dropped. Like, bite, fan attack? Yeah, no. A burn would be the worst thing that could have possibly happened. That's impossible. It's not, dude. This is what happens when you fight me and baby 141. Farewell. Director. Oh, bro. Yo, here's this thing. When you have a... Okay, so yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. According to my friend from Cianwood City, the legendary Pokemon will not appear if you just go up to the top of the bell tower with only that rainbow wing. Apparently there is something else you need or something like that. I wonder what it was. I can't remember. Are you expecting something? This is what they call fake out. I really must go back to my office this time. See ya. Okay, dude. You're obnoxious. You're a grown man. You should, like, act accordingly. Well, that's Radio Tower. We did it, y'all. Team 11. Sunny day. Oh my god. That's so... Bright powder. That's kind of cool. Honestly. Excuse me. God forbid he give you the TM for fake out. And that guy's ungrateful. I guess only women have to express gratitude with gifts. I know the director gave us the rainbow wing, but, you know, like, he also said fake out without giving us fake out. That's kind of fucked up. Okay, everyone's ungrateful. Wait, are you ungrateful? I'll give you the opportunity. Yes, you are. I saved you. I saved your job. Oh, I get it. I would hate the guy that made me go back to work too, actually. I'd rather be held kidnapped. Not true. It's not true. Allegedly in Minecraft. JK. Alright, we did it. It's time to go to Blackthorn and try to fight Claire again. And I'm not scared about that at all. Ba-bum. Ba-bum. Alright, Furret. No, Gen 4. I'm on Pokemon database looking, double checking on Furret's moveset here. Okay. The question to me is, where is Ice Beam TM? Which is why I'm typing all caps Ice Beam TM HeartGold. Can be obtained through two methods. The first is a non-repeating method. It is located in the Seafoam Islands. The second method is a repeatable one. It can be purchased from the Goldenrod Game Corner for 10,000 coins. Okay. Well, I happened to have a good friend at the HeartGold company, and they told me that I'm allowed to have free coins, as many free coins as I want. So we're gonna figure that out if we can. Draw Togetic here. Can I buy coins? Like, just one for one? Because it seemed... Okay, we got a coin case. Do you have to play this fucking game? Guys, I've never played Voltorb Flip. It intimidates me. Okay, so we don't want to hit that one, right? What the hell does this mean? Okay, yo. Okay. Guys. I want Ice Beam TM. This sucks. Okay, maybe I'll go for less accurate Blizzard TM, which I imagine we can buy at the department store. Do you tell me which floor is what? No, she doesn't. It'd be nice. Medicine box? Okay. Where's TMs? Illuminate Caves. Yep, Blizzard. There it is. I doubt that this is a smart thing to do. Our special attack is kind of dog shit. But with our attack getting dropped by Gyarados... I don't know. I don't know if this is... It doesn't seem like a smart idea. It seems like a kind of dumb idea that I'm having. Oh, it's not... Alright, Togetic, go back in that box, baby. Let's go. Who are you? What's your deal? Nope. Alright, we fight every trainer we see. So here's a new route of trainers to trounce. Have you ever seen a trouncing? You're about to. I couldn't find a cheat for coins. They just are like, I'm sorry, brother, you gotta play Voltorb Flip. I don't want to. I'm not going to. It's mean to make me. Can you reacquire the Shadow Claw TM? Or is it just that one located on the one route? In two ways. No. That's not true. Tell me where the TM is. Tell me where you find the TM. Like, it's not even telling me the place I already know where to find it. Let alone another location. Okay, here we go. Shadow Claw. What's the number on this bad boy? 70 something, I think. 65. Shadow Claw. Goldenrod City Lottery on Monday. Okay. So you can, so I can get it again. We wouldn't be able to do the Elite Four though today if I deleted Shadow Claw for Blizzard to try to be Claire. This is hard. These are hard decisions we're having to try to make. Let's see here. Quick Attack seems like... Or Surf. No, we get rid of Surf. Because once we get to Blackthorn City, there's a move deleter. They delete Surf. We put on Blizzard, and then we can just delete it for Surf. If we want to for the Elite Four. It's got, yeah, surf for sure. All right. Made that harder than it needed to be. Let's fight this guy. Interrupt the fishing. Boom. The thing about quick attack that I think I am so reticent to let go of is that it is a high PP priority move. Like, so not only is it priority, it's also stab, and it's just like, there's 30 of them. So in scenarios where we're like, oh, fuck, I hate phone numbers. Don't ever call me. In scenarios where we like, are fighting a bunch of trainers at once in between like Poke Centers and that kind of thing, and in scenarios where you're dealing with a Pokemon that might use priority attacks against you that you would otherwise outspeed, you know, it's nice to have a way to stay ahead of that. And so I think priority is like good, but it's also like kind of unnecessary ultimately at the same time. And so I'm really just not sure what the moveset should look like going forward. I really don't know. I've only been here once before and I lost. So I feel like, you know, I've got to try to do something differently. And I haven't had a time to watch that fight since the first time I rewatched it after it happened. So I've only lived it and then watched it once. The Claire fight from our last furthest attempt, but I don't remember exactly how it went, other than like getting paralyzed and then getting really unlucky with like paralysis locks, and you know, Intimidate's a real hard thing to go up against, and I think you probably get hit with a Dragon Rage, so there's just this very consistent damage that can be done to you, which at our HP is like not, you know, we can take 5 Dragon Rages, and that's ultimately not a lot when we're fighting 4 Pokemon that we're not in a position to one-shot. But only Gyarados has Dragon Rage, so that's something. Dragon Pulse is 128 after stab. Weird. Why do I feel like this stab is calculated strangely on this Nuzlocke thing? Whatever. Alright. We just gotta get through this, gotta make it through. The Emerald Crest Randomizer Pizza Chef Lock is coming along okay. It's not like personal best attempt or anything, but we're past Watson. We've got a pretty fun little team of guys. Here, we can show you real quick. This is Emerald Crest, and here's our team that we've got going on. Some pretty cool stuff. So, you know, this is okay. We got Shed Skin for Alligator. Fun new ability on for Alligator, Shed Skin. I got Munchlax on the last one. Salt here with Shield Dust for now, but, like, look at these IVs and look at that nature. It's pretty good stuff. And then we got Chandelure with Torrent. Go fuck yourself. And this is our starter, Volt Absorb, Venusaur, and then we got Shell Armor, Alolan Raichu. Not the best nature in the world, but not the worst nature in the world. Just the worst speed IV. But still, a cool pickup. So, that's fun. We're doing good with that. Check that back out Tuesday night. We'll be back with that run. But back to Furret here. Oh, I was going to use a Repel. That was what I was thinking of. Bag. Items. Are they really in here? Yeah, they are, aren't they? I knew we picked up a Max Repel. Alright, cool. Okay, we got Waterfall. We'll have to teach that to Chrisma, the Feraligator. Or no, Chrisma is still a Crocona. Oh, and we need him for strength purposes, as is. God damn it, that's obnoxious. Hopefully we can buy Max Repels now. No, I don't think we can. I still don't think they're available to us. This is annoying. But hey. Wow, there's really a lot of stomping going around upstairs. I hope everything's okay with the stomp the yard people. What do you sell? You got super repels, I'll take some. Oh, I have plenty. No, goodbye. We need Chrisma. Chrisma the Crocona. Withdraw. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Do we have a slot for Waterfall? Because I feel like they're gonna make us use Waterfall. No, we don't, do we? We can't. Why even, like, show me? We'll get rid of Rock Smash when we get on the other side of the pond here. And by pond, I mean cave. Golly, I'm nervous. I really don't know how to beat Claire. I mean, like, I really don't, like, I feel like I might, when we actually get there, I might, like, pull up the fight and we can watch it together on stream, on this stream from the last stream. Because I just need to know what happened and what could happen, and if there's any, like, distinct jump out at me, obvious strategy we can employ to improve our chances here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. So good. I mean, come on. It's just kind of nuts how good it is. Well, I made a mistake on that one. So we got to get back up there. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Let's freaking go. Chrisma the Crocona. I'm making a mistake here too, huh? Damn. Well, if I can get around, I can fix it. Oh, fuck. Well, beggars, get PragerUs, can't be Pikachus. Pokemon, please sue Ice. Please, please use your litigious powers for good. I'm calling on Pokemon to sue Ice for the use of their theme song in their genocidal propaganda. Ooh boy, do I wish people had integrity and less cruelty in their hearts. Wouldn't that be swell? Okay, I'm making the same mistake over and over again with that particular rock. But, hey look, we got a max potion out of it. So, that's good. Come on. You know you want to let me get through this even though I keep fucking it up. You know you want to. Come on, little ice puzzle. La la. La, 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 la. Oh, okay, this is another one where I can, yeah, I can actually get around now. So, bing, bang, boom. Boom. Oh, did the repel's effect wear off? Do you think I might want the repel's effect to not wear off? Because maybe then you could give me the option to just like turn it back on. Would that be nice? Okay, okay, here we go. We're doing something. La 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 la. Okay, I need to slow down and actually look at what I'm doing and go, okay, boom. Okay, okay, boom. Nope. What am I missing? Does that need to go down here somehow? Is that even possible? I imagine it would be. This rock wouldn't exist if it wasn't possible. So you go like this. And then you go like this. Do one of those. Pull one of these maneuvers. You gotta get under it. Come back up. Pow, 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 pow. And now we've solved the puzzle. Which goes like boom, 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 boom. Alright, there we go. Golly. I get so lazy and just expectant. And, ooh, never melt ice. I feel like the cherry berry is the best thing to do still somehow. I don't know. Golbat, what did I just say? Super repel. Leave me alone. Alright, alright. You pull one of these maneuvers. You go bing, bang, boom. You say, oh, I fucked it up. Well, what is that item? Does it matter? We'll find out, because I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, you just want to push it down 1. Strength. 1. This game really punishes you for impatience. I think we're well past those. She needs a push. Alright, cool. Now, how do we go about... There we go. PB up, now that is something that I am not turning my nose up at. I don't know what we use it on yet, though. That's going to be an Elite Four conversation before we start doing any PP up shenanigans. Come on. You got nothing over here? It's just a nothing? Professor Elm, I'm not interested in talking to you. You're boring. And you'll never meet Togetic. Deep inside the Far Indigo Plateau, the move deleter. Yay. We're healed. Chrisma, we want to take you to the move deleter as well so we can get Waterfall up and about, and then let's get all this stuff my mommy bought us. God forbid they just like give it to you all at once. The Babiri Berry. Oh, say that 10 times fast. Silk Scarf. That's kind of dope. Ooh, yeah, I am going to make my Pokemon forget some stuff. I don't have any Dragon Pokemon. Nope, no ultimate moves. What do you do? Move to leader, yes. Let's get rid of Surf. Surf, absolutely essential to getting us through Jasmine. I don't have any hard scales. Okay, and then let's get rid of Rock Smash on Chrisma, I think would be the right call. I feel like... Does cut come up? Getting through the Elite Four and stuff? I think it might. Yeah, let's get rid of Rock Smash. It seems like typically the only one that's never necessary for getting to a new area. Alright, now let's put him back. And do a good old-fashioned Blizzardoonie. And by good old-fashioned Blizzardoonie, I mean teach Blizzard to baby. The song rules. Anything where the percussion is like a jail cell slamming is kind of cool. Alright. She knows Blizzard now. As she was always meant to. You get 5 of them. Wow. Gosh. Ugh. This is a rough one. Who are you? What are you just doing standing out here? Okay, she's waiting for me. Okay, who gives a shit? New puzzles. Oh my god, guys. This is so nerve-wracking to be back at the site of my wiping. I think we're headbutting these Dratinis. Okay, that's a crit. It's cool of you to do, but I also... Okay, yeah, we're doing fine on those. Seadra, I don't know. Yeah, I was worried about that, but we got priority. So your silly little agility. Silly little agility in Little Italy. I was pooping in my piddle pee. Everybody loves Big Pun. Yeah, this is pretty hard. Let's see what this even looks like. Wow. That's a level 37 to Claire's level 38. So in theory, I mean, we hit those. We're looking pretty good. That wasn't a crit or anything. Okay. I mean, that's kind of promising. Everybody wants you. This is challenging. All right, y'all. We're coming up on it. This should be headbuttable. Yeah. Not really a doubt in my mind. This one is not headbuttable. It takes a couple. But headbutt quick attack seems reliable. No hyper voice, not interested in it. Well, no, that's stupid. I was like, we can go relearn headbutt. Stupid. Dumb thing to think or say. You gotta hope these things try to use, like, smokescreen on ya. Yeah, King just got smokescreen, so you gotta hope they, like, waste a turn on that stuff. And that we can land a blizzard. That we only miss one. If, like, we can miss a blizzard with a cherry berry on. And stay safe from thunder waves. I'm like a little scared of Kingdra. Sniper's kind of crazy, but like I said, you gotta hope like maybe it can waste some time on smoke screens, and it really might. They don't see the ability. They try it all the time. The AI, the Pokemon. All right. This is so fucking nerve-wracking. This is a level 38. Here's a real test. Hit it. Yes. Okay, we're one-shotting with Blizzard. With a minus special attack for it. Like... Okay. Maybe it'll let us go back. No. Yeah, we're screwed. So we'll just have to do that puzzle again, but I just can't go into the fight without full PP. I think that the number one thing that prevents us from having a chance at winning, the only true thing that can go down that like guarantees we get fucked up, is what happened last time. Thunderwave, paralysis, lock. Just getting fully parried way too many times in a row. So we got the cherry. I think the cherry berry matters. It's important. And we just gotta hope we only miss Blizzard one time. Because we're one shot in level 38s. We've got Headbutt for the other two. Even though we're getting intimidated. Our attack's much better than our special attack. We got Headbutts, which can flinch. And we will outspeed. This Kingdra doesn't have agility. It has Smokescreen instead of agility. All its other moves are damaging moves. One of them being Hydro Pump, which is pretty inaccurate. Low PP move. God, this is fucking nerve-wracking. Level 56, that's what we're at. We're 15 levels over her ace. Like, we gotta deal with a -1 attack after Gyarados' Intimidate. And there's nothing left to do. The only thing that would be at all productive in my mind, it would be to play Voltorb Flip until we can afford an Ice Beam. And that's not gonna happen. And certainly if I go to the trouble of doing it, I don't think I would ever bother streaming it. I'm scared, y'all. We have tied now for our furthest attempt. I think this is a without further ado situation. I think I just gotta quit stalling and pray. Oh, wow. This is a scary, scary team. You always go for the flinch. Now, the question is, do we do a quick attack to try to stay out of healing range, or do we just hit Headbutt and try to eat up her potions? I'm going to look up how many potions she has real quick. How many potions does Claire use? HeartGold. Alright, finally at the northern end of the lava-filled gym, you'll find Gym Leader Claire, unlike the other 7 gym leaders. You've faced so far, it's hard to fake it with Claire. That is to say, it's hard to come into battle with only 1 or 2 Pokemon that can cause the entirety of the damage needed to take her party out. That's because Claire's party is both versatile and extremely powerful. She'll come at you with a level 38 Gyarados, 2 level 38 Dragonairs, and a level 41 Kingdra. We need to grind our party of 6 Pokemon up to level 38 in order to stand a chance in this fight. Be sure to utilize the various Pokemon's weaknesses to the best of your ability. For instance, Gyarados, blah, 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 blah. Claire's use of a Hyper Potion and full restore. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I want to stay in on Gyarados hitting Dragon Rages. Hit it. Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is fucking crazy. And she's just hitting the Hydro Pumps over and over again. That I never expected it to hit that weak. I don't think we got a chance to go up against the Kingdra last time, if I'm not mistaken. We might have to rethink things about this run. I mean, if that's the damage, 15 levels over leveled, and that's the damage that we're putting out on that Kingdra. I mean, I straight up just kind of struggle to see how we make that possible. You know, I just kind of boggles the mind. So I'm looking at the old stream here. Let's take a second here. Give me one moment. I'm gonna pull it up so we can all watch together. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Give me a sec. Oh no. What's going on? This is confusing. Okay, okay. Okay, no, this is right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we'll watch this, the fight from the last for this attempt together real quick. I'm going to turn down this music because there will likely be some music here. So I'm going to turn on the audio. Sorry if it sucks. What the hell? We can at least speed it up a little here.
Oh my god. I forgot about the Intimidate. Dragon Rage is so scary. Oh, we're not going to one-shot these Dragonairs. I should have put on a Cherry Berry. Oh, you fucking idiot. Okay, yeah, use the Hyper Potion on the Dragonair. It's actually like, go for her second heal. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, 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 no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so we didn't even... Like I suspected, did not even get the opportunity to go up against the Kingdra and find out just how insane it was. We one-shot. I mean, that's good information. That's valuable. We one-shot those Dragonair with Blizzard. That's something. I'm just really disappointed to find that information out. I just I don't know. It just bums me out. Because I just don't really feel like ultimately there's much to do about it. I'm having kind of like an existential moment with this challenge. I mean, let's just... Oh, wow. Hold on. You gotta do the reset. Restart. Boom, boom, boom. I think that, yeah, I'm gonna explore this fight a little bit more. And we can just do it on stream together. You know, there's no real reason that I can't do this for information's sake. I guess we just go at it the same way, but this time we see if we can't use up her heals. But no, because getting hit with all these Dragon Rages is insane. It doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, well, we froze it, but we didn't one-shot it for once. So the Cherry Berry seems necessary if you're not doing minus special attack. And obviously I shouldn't have hit Blizzard there, but, you know, like, she's got the Citrus Berry, and she's got a full restore. Yeah, I mean, you just literally just have to get lucky enough to hit the flinches and the blizzards. Like, you just have to... The only way to... Okay, so you got, you know... In a different universe, you just get really lucky. And that's just not the universe I'm living in. But... it's proof that it's possible. But... I guess my question is, am I, like, what do I get in my own rules that I wrote on day one of this challenge when I wasn't sure, is this going to be hard? Is this going to be easy? It was totally up in the air, and I wanted to keep it open-ended for the sake of these difficult moments and finding myself in these positions where I maybe have to change the way I play. So the rules are simple, I say, from all these months ago. I totally forgot what I wrote here until a couple weeks ago, and then I still haven't used this, but here's what I say. I have to catch the first Sentret I encounter on Route 29 as my starter. Done. I'm only allowed to use as many healing items in battle as my opponent is able to use. That's the one. I have to fight every trainer I encounter over leveling allowed. I always do that. But I am allowed to use as many healing items in battle as my opponent is able to use. And I just haven't been doing that. I've just been playing this like it's a hardcore Nuzlocke. I've never used healing items in battle. And I think it could be argued pretty easily that between a hyper potion and a full restore, like what Claire uses, we beat her at this level. I think we beat her every time, especially if I go in with a Cherry Berry. I don't think we're losing that. So I guess that's I'm just like stepping on my own fucking dick for no reason. I'm just kind of like setting myself up for failure by not following my own rules out of like what, some idea that I'm taking it too easy on myself. The luck required just then, you saw I had to get 2 flinches and a crit, and I had to hit a blizzard that froze, and I had to hit 2 blizzards. Like, there's so much RNG that just if going there like hardcore no healing style, like you know, this was one of the best runs we had, with some of the best luck we've ever had, like as far as hit accuracy and all that kind of stuff. So I think I just have to follow my rule set. The rule set is the rule set. If they're going to use heals, I need to start using fucking heals and get over myself. Because I'm never going to get past Claire if I don't. I just won't do it. Because I've only gotten here twice in 141 attempts. And I feel more confident I can get here more quickly, you know, going forward. But the fact of the matter is, the early game is still the hell that it is. The early game's not changing. The Bright Powder or the Silk Scarf? Yeah, I know. I think I tried the Silk Scarf in a last attempt. From day 14, I think I was using a Silk Scarf, and I think the hits were helping a little bit. And I thought about Bright Powder as well, especially Bright Powder has like a case use against Hydro Pump, you would hope. But, gosh, I think that, yeah, I just need to, it's just time to restart, get back on the grind, and follow my own rule set, and use these healing items like I say I'm allowed to. If they're going to use healing items, I should be able to use healing items. I've got one Pokemon to her 4. Like, and as we've seen now, as it's been borne out, overleveling only goes so far when it comes to these gym battles, and I'm sure, I haven't even gotten there, the Elite Four battles as well, which the Elite Four, I can't even, like, that's going to be, so yeah, it's just, we got to just keep going, and I got to follow my own rules and start using heals in situations like Claire specifically. I've shown myself I don't need to use heals in the rest of the game. We know full well how to get through the rest of this game. Yeah, Headbutt's really the only thing we got. Headbutt, Stab, Silk Scarf. The Silk Scarf does seem like a smart call, and I do think it could help, but I also think like there's something to be said for doing less damage to not activate her heals, like, because when I redid that fight just now, that second time when we got way luckier, she didn't use any of her heals because we never got her into the red. So if anything, powering it up just enough to get her into the red to use her heals could come back to kind of bite us in the ass. I don't know. I think it's pretty straightforward. I just got to start following my own rules. Like I said, it's been so long, I forget how to. Okay, I don't forget how to delete the save data. We have to fully delete the save data every time we do this, because if we don't, then we can lose our run to the black screen glitch. I've lost 1 or 2 to that. God, deleting a lot of data. But yeah, now we're in a position, no info needed. We can get through this kind of early game slog, and maybe we can get a runner. You don't know if you have a run until you're out of Azalea Town. And if you're out of Azalea Town with a boy Furret, then you don't know you have a run until you're done with Whitney. But usually it's pretty easy, even if you are a boy Furret. But yeah, it's time to do all these early game errands and see if we can't find our baby 142. 142 is Aerodactyl in the National Pokedex. Maybe this is our Aerodactyl run, but it might not be a run at all. Because if you know anything about this early game, you know that even finding a Sentret worth playing can take quite a while. All right, let's get our Chrisma here. Chrisma the Totodile, first Pokemon I ever had, Pokemon Gold version for the Game Boy Color, all the way back Christmas Day of probably 2001, 2. And I wanted to name him Christmas, but there wasn't enough space, or I just was dumb. So his name was Chrisma. And we name our Totodiles in this honor. Oh, nice, a lady Chrisma. Hello, ma'am. Hello, 13% chance, I think, ma'am. Oh, boy howdy. I was really like getting my hopes up when those blizzards were hitting. I was like, whoa, we're one-shotting these Dragonairs. The Thunder Wave was the thing I was worried about. Yeah. I doubted Kingdra. I just didn't give Kingdra... Oh, now I gotta go talk to my mom. God damn, this early, like, this pre-Pokeball game is maybe, like, the most insufferable of any Pokemon game to me. It's just so much of these, like, early games. I haven't sufficiently played 3DS era Pokemon. I played X and Y when it came out. I've started Pokemon Sun once, but I wanted to play Ultra Sun, and I bought Ultra Sun. I bought a listing that was labeled as Ultra Sun on eBay, and then it arrived as just regular Pokemon Sun. So that was like partly a little bit the discouragement too. I was like, well, this isn't even the game I paid for, but I'll probably pick it back up sometime. Oh, Sentret. No Pokeballs yet. That's when I like to get this potion, when we're not in any obligation to, like, fight wild Pokemon. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, now let's let this old guy give us his shoes. Where did you get this game? I need it for getting Kyogre. Pokemon HeartGold, Aiden? Is that what you're talking about? Because I've just owned it for a very long time. I got it when it came out. I'm old. I never sell my games. I've got my Game Boy Color. I've got my GameCube. Yeah, sorry, I can't help you. It's a really expensive game, but I've got it because I've just always had it. But I wish you luck with your Kyogre. Is that really the only legal way to get Kyogre? What are you trying to get Kyogre for? Competitive, or like for VGC, or for just... I would trade a leaf green for it. Well, unfortunately, I'm not in need. I already have my leaf green as well. But I wish you luck. I wish you all the luck in the world, Aiden the Gamer. You can always look into Reddit. You can ask Reddit, hey, how do I play HeartGold? But yeah, what are you trying to acquire a Kyogre for? What purpose do you want to get Rayquaza and Soul Silver? Okay. So you need a Kyogre in Gen 4. Have you ever thought, I know, ooh, I see a cardinal outside my window, and his wife. Oh, that's sweet. A mated pair of cardinals is just outside my window. Life is so beautiful. Well, let me see here. Let's do a quick Googling, Aiden the Gamer. HeartGold. Wait a second. Gen 4 trade Kyogre eBay? I'm sure there are no... Yeah, no, of course not. There's no servers open or anything, so you can't get one online. Yeah, I got 2 fake copies. Oh gosh. Oh man, that is... And you've tried your Game Shark, I imagine. Oh my god, it always glitches whenever we come to do this first errand. Yeah, I mean, that sucks, the fake copy thing. Like, as you can see, like, it gets glitchy when it's not the real thing. But I don't know. I feel like you probably have... Well, you might look into the Game Shark then for the DS. Hold on. I gotta imagine there's plenty of people. DS, Game Shark, eBay. And it's really easy to use. Let's try Action Replay, actually. I think is even easier than Game Shark. Action Replay. DS Action Replay eBay. Yeah. Come on, let's look at this. card, new USB cord. Yeah, the action replay is expensive now too. $100, $100+ Well, I'm so sorry for your struggle. I don't envy you one bit. I would recommend, I don't know where you live. I don't know how popular Pokemon is around you, but if you live anywhere in America, I imagine Pokemon's probably pretty popular somewhere near you. And there's all sorts of things you can do. You can look at Facebook groups, game shops with Pokemon card events, that kind of thing. If you get Emerald, I don't have anymore, I don't think. I think Emerald's the one thing. But if I get Emerald, I won't need to do the event. Right, because Rayquaza would just be in Emerald. Rayquaza is also in Ruby and Sapphire, right? I'm not making that up, am I? So you could look into those as well. I feel like there's still ways to find copies of those games for not that much money. Emerald, GBA, eBay. What is that running for? Just an unboxed copy of Pokemon Emerald. There are fakes that you might have to deal with. About $200, $250. A lot of these people are asking for. Wowee. It's a strange, strange world we live in. Here's one that claims it's for $37. Let's look at this listing. You think you might have a fake on your hands? Let's look at the great product. Transaction went very smooth. Was notified the item A+. Blah. After order, they did not have the item in stock. They gave refund fast. I don't know. But here's a link to, I don't know if this will work. Can I post a link? No, I can't post a link. I just found on something alleging that it's Emerald version for $38 on eBay. So that could be helpful for you. You might look into that. And also, like I was gonna say, like straight up, just like there's probably more Pokemon fans around you than you realize. And Facebook, Reddit, or even like the discords of your local game stores or wherever like Pokemon card tournaments are being held near you, or Pokemon VGC events it might be being held near you. If you just like post in like a local Discord like, hey, can somebody like trade me a Rayquaza or a Kyogre in Gen 4, Gen 3, I imagine somebody would be able to help you out. Because if I was local to you, I would probably be able to help you out. As long as I haven't put my games in a while. I don't know if my batteries are alive. My like internal game battery. That might give me an issue. But, you know, just I would just like I said, just like reach out, like look for the community around you. And I promise somebody's going to have those games and they're not going to charge you an arm and a leg to like help trade you what you need. Boom, boom, boom. I wish you all the luck. All right. So we're almost to Pokeball time, which means we can almost start attempt 142 here in earnest. You thought Passerby Boy was his name? He's a passing by boy. I've just decided to name him Boredom for some reason. I cannot for the life of me remember what I would have been naming him as a kid. I don't think I was the guy naming their rival ass, but I might have at some point. I've played a lot of Pokemon, and I've met a lot of different people. Yeah, it's rough. Trying to find this game is not an easy thing. Picky, picky, boo. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, Professor Elm, please free me from this. I don't want to be around you anymore. Alright, cool. Maybe I should talk to the mom and tell her to save the money. I can't remember if I have to do that. Lyra. Friggin' Lyra. So now we're in a place where Yeah, his canon name is Silver. Silver, and I think he's Giovanni's son, right? Isn't that the story? Giovanni's a deadbeat dad. Alright, let's make sure Mom's saving our money here. It's important. So, you're leaving on an adventure. Yes, save my money, please. Nice, yeah. Giovanni's son. It's cool. It's a cool storyline. I honestly think Gold and Silver's storyline with the kind of like the Team Rocket's like remnant storyline, I think it's cool. And I think Silver's an interesting character. I think he's one of the more interesting rival characters in the series. Okay, real quick, I want to make sure I'm saving 142 catch so that if we run into a Sentret, we can restart. Okay, cool. An Ariana? Oh, that makes sense, the red hair. I did not know that. That's actually very interesting. Ariana is an interesting character. That's one of the things I liked so much about the Destined Rivals set. Is just that it was focusing on like characters from the game. And that haven't been focused on in a long time. Like Johto characters. It's cool. Here for the game. Yeah, I typically go with here for the stream, and then for some reason I usually name myself 7, just the number 7. It's just short and easy, and it reminds me of Seinfeld. Not Seinfeld specifically, that Zionist piece of shit, but George Costanza wants to name his daughter 7. Let's see here. I saved. Okay, yeah, we just need to find a Sentret and hope it has Keen Eye. La 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 la. How? Give me a moment. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you go to this, and then you go to this, and then there we go. That's what we want to see. Red's cousin. That's cool. I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's such cool stuff in the manga, like such interesting characters. Okay, boy Sentret for 142. Not a great start. Let's see if we can't catch this thing before Chrisma dies. There's a cat out there. Oh my god, there's a whole cat. Wow, there's a cat behind my building. It was cute. It was orange and white. I wonder if it's cared for. Okay, we caught 142. Let's see if it has Keen Eye. Boom, boom, boom. Baby, baby, baby. Oh. Like baby, baby, baby. Okay. Alright. What do we got? Keen Eye? Run away. That's attempt 142. Here's attempt 143. Let's go ahead. Oh my god, they're doing this to me now? This is really obnoxious. But I think it'll be fine. I don't see why this black screen glitch thing is really intense. Yeah, so let's heal this guy. It's like every time that I open from save state, it black screen glitches now. I don't know why that happens. All right, 143. Here we go. Attempt 143. Oh no. Okay, I don't. No, the bird seems safe from the cat, I hope. I don't want to see a cat kill a bird. It's not nice. Birds are nice, and cats shouldn't be outside as much as they are. Controversial opinion, but I don't think we should let cats unrestrictedly take out local native bird populations. I don't think that's good for the environment. Okay, Pidgey, we understand. You are here, and you are a bird. Oh my good God. Sentret, please. Oh my gosh. They know. They know about the mission. This village of Sentret that live in this route, only the bravest come forth to try to serve as champion. But once you go on a run and you come back after a while, they're like, wow, another one has fallen. It becomes scarier every time I come back. And less of a sure thing. So here's baby 143. 143, of course, is Snorlax in the National Pokedex. $143. Kenai, run away. Now, up special attack minus speed is actually a nature that I would love to run. If everything else was equal here. Okay, nice. No glitch that time. So here's attempt 144. Let's maybe like mess with the grass we're checking out here. I just wanna get another Sentret. Maybe get through Faulkner. Just have a Furret ready to go before I end the stream, because it's just too much to think about having to do the beginning of this the next stream I start. I wanna start a run. I don't know. But the stream's getting a little. It's just a silly thing. This run. It's a silly thing to try to do, and ultimately, like, it's hard enough to catch a Sentret, and they're all boys today. Why are they all boys? This is not ideal. All boys with Runaway so far. Oh no, of course not. Yeah, it's amazing that you can, in theory, that you were able to like have Pokemon in your Scarlet and Violet that are all the way back from Gen 3. I mean, I really wish I could have navigated some of that, but I just never took the time. And there were never any Pokemon I had. I don't remember having a shiny Pokemon in Gen 3. I had to skip Gen 4 for just money reasons. Just didn't have money like that. Up special defense minus special attack, Kenai. Not too shabby. We run this. This gets run. So baby, is this baby 143? I already forgot. It is. This is baby 143. Okay, cool. The Snorlax run. That's fun. Let's see what we can do. Metapod, yes, we get nice and lucky for our early game grinding. Here's another thing. I'm allowed to grind as much as I want. So in theory, I could also go to Claire more leveled. I also think at that point, I could probably just use rare candies, but then it becomes just like super arbitrary. Like, I've already got the IVs. I've already got the EVs rather, like filled out. So like grinding against wild Pokemon is just kind of like asinine. But then like it's kind of just arbitrary, like how many rare candies do you use, like, which is why I kind of just want to keep avoiding using them. Whatever. We just gotta go. We just gotta go. Gotta make it happen. Alright, we're scratching. It's a scratch party. We're like a DJ out here, baby 143 and me. We can fight a level 2 Pidgey at level 4. If it was level 3, we'd start to run. But it's better to just handle a level 2. Yeah, Morty's ghost types would be a huge problem if not for the fact that as soon as you have access to Morty, you have access to a free Shadow Claw TM, which is learnable and one-shots every Pokemon in the gym except for Morty's Gengar, which you two-shot really easily. It can't really do anything to you. The most it can do is Sucker Punch, which does like nothing to you. So Morty is the perhaps single freest gym leader of the entire run thus far. Thanks to that Shadow Claw TM. Without the Shadow Claw TM, Sentret here does learn. It comes with Foresight when you catch it. It has Foresight. So Foresight makes ghost types hittable. We actually have to keep it in order to handle our rivals Ghastly and Azalea Town. Oh, we need to start running. Okay, God. But yeah, thankfully, being a normal type against ghost types is kind of like a double-edged thing because they can't hit you either. Shiny only, full odds, HeartGold. I do not envy you. Rattata, Centric Quilava. Golly, yeah, I do not envy that at all. I don't know that I'll ever do shiny runs like that, especially full odd shiny runs, because it's just like I am not the most patient person. I'm just not, and also I have like like wrist pain issues, like history of like tendonitis stuff, and so trying to just like constantly over and over again, like reset, that would really be bad for my hands. So I do not at all envy you, but I wish you all the luck in the world. You're going to find that shiny Zubat any day now. It's going to be nice and green, right? Isn't it green, shiny Zubat? Let me look at this. Shiny Zubat. Yeah, green. I wish you all the luck. He's a little cutie. And we all love him. What do we got going on? Shiny Machamp is dope. I have the whole Shiny Machamp, the baby Shiny Machamp line in Pokemon TCG Pocket. It's the only like complete baby Shiny evolution line I have. They're really cool. The green Machamp line works. All right, here's youngster Joey. And this guy can end a run. It is possible. I think it may have happened once, but we get through it this time. No, Joey, no phone calls. I hope I never see you again. I'm so sincere. I hope I never see you again, Joey. All right. And this is what Mikey. Mikey can also very much so end a run. And one of them, at least, if not both of them, have ended a run. Because those crits can just stack up so quickly. But we make it through. Yeah, the whole line is green for Machop. I think they're really cool. What are my favorite shiny? I like Shiny Espeon. I'm a Shiny Espeon apologist. I think she's super cute. What other shinies do I like a lot? I like Shiny Ditto and Mew. The kind of synergy between those two Pokemon I think is really cute and cool. I love Ditto. They're just one of my favorite Pokemon in the whole franchise. And the fact that, yeah, Mew and Ditto both pink and Mew and Ditto shiny both the same blue, pale blue, I think it's fun. So that's a shiny pair I like. Shiny Umbreon is awesome, yeah, with the blue accents, like kind of this like new moon effect over just like full moon effect. It's really something else. Like I love Umbreon and Espeon. I think they really solidified the Eevee like mania forever. Like I think everyone loved Eevee and Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon when they were out. That like it wasn't like not popular, but growing up, as I remember it, like girls liked Eevee and boys didn't really give a fuck when I was little. That seems to be how it was. I always loved Eevee. Um, but when Espeon and Umbreon got added, like Umbreon is so cool, and Espeon is just like they're both really well designed. Um, I don't know. I just think it's solidified the concept of like, oh well, if they can do it for Psychic and Dark, they can do it for anything. And then Leafeon and Glaceon are awesome. They're really both well designed, and Sylveon is beautiful. Designed by, if I'm not mistaken, the incomparable Atsuko Nishida. Right? Atsuko Nishida. The creator of... The designer, rather, of Bulbasaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Pikachu, Raichu, Vulpix, Ninetales, Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume, Bellsprout, Weepinbell, Victreebel, Ponyta, Rapidash, Vaporeon. So she didn't do Eevee, Flareon, or Jolteon, but she did Vaporeon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and yes, Sylveon. As well as Mega Charizard X, but not Y. And then Alolan Raichu, that's her. Alcremie is her. Suian Zorua and Zoroark are her. That makes sense. She did the Palmy line. I think the Palmy line is mid. Palmy himself is perfect, but Palma is just like too samey the whole time. And then Tadbolt, Bellybolt, which I love, and Flittle, who I also love. She's just one of the coolest ever. Atsuko Nishida. Well, we're almost to Violet City. And I don't feel like we're at the level that we're usually at by then. I guess it's a little strange. Because this is the last guy on the route. Who did I not fight? Did I just not grind nearly as much? Because I just feel like we're usually... Maybe I'm making that up. Let's heal. Hey, Lyra, yeah, great time to talk. Baby here is poisoned and suffering. But yeah, let's make chit-chat real quick. Baby survived the poisoning. The poison faded away. Thank you. Johto Dex. My most complete old school Dex is I have a complete Black 2 Pokedex. I could even go grab that if y'all wanted to look at that. I cheated for like the event Pokemon that I had no way of getting, like Meloetta, Arceus. I like I said, I cheated, so it did take a long time, and I had to like beat all of Pokemon Blue and all of Pokemon Red and like all of Gold, and I had to play long enough through Silver to get certain exclusives, and I even did some Pokemon Coliseum Pokemon at one point. It took a long time. Blue and Red I'm not right about. Fire Red and Leaf Green is what I had to play through. Because obviously Game Boy games don't go to the Game Boy Advance DS line. Your fake HeartGold. So it works for everything else, but it just has to be the right code to like trigger the event you're trying to trigger. That really is such a pain in the ass. It's just so weird how like game management for these like old franchises, like the literal like archival information is lost to just like a lack of like care for the material, and also it's like this kind of like capitalist thing to make it's like the event Pokemon and the like not being able to use fake Pokemon, this kind of thing, like it's like they make their old games worse on purpose by designing them to kind of only work fully functionally in the moment that they are still relevant. Like, you know, once you like shut down the ability for the 3DS to even like communicate with like future stuff, then you've made all the 3DS games like just that much less complete. And on like an archival level, to me, it just feels like short-sighted and greedy, and I think if they really wanted to, they could, like, Nintendo Game Freak could collaborate on figuring out a way to make all of these games usable forever. Like, they could be making money replacing the batteries in your Game Boy Color copy of Pokemon Blue. They could be making money like re-releasing HeartGold for the DS, re-releasing cheaper versions of the DS. Like, you know, there's just a lot they could do to keep their own products viable, but instead we just live in this kind of like infinite growth, like short-sighted, like everything has to be new moment, that like there's just something lost, I think, in like just letting these games die, and like letting situations like yours pop up where like you just desperately want a Kyogre to get your Rayquaza, but because you don't have any way of getting it, like you're just fucked. It sucks. It's not nice. But also, yeah, you could just use an emulator, do whatever you want. But I know it's not the same. I get that it's totally just not the same thing. You want to have it in your hands, and you want to have it in real life where it can, I don't know, breathe, and you can take it out in the world and show people. I don't know. We all love Pokemon. We all just want to play it. And sometimes Nintendo really tries to get in the way. It's just strange to me. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. We're healing between stages, because we know what it's like to not do that and lose. Gotta catch them all. Exactly. Exactly. Bellsprout's Pokemon number 69. Don't ask me how I know. Baby's number 161 here. Sentret. Sage Neil. Real interesting name for a sage, Neil. This one's name is Troy, I think. And I knew a sagely man named Troy once, and he advised me that I had to get my head in the game. Bellsprout's down. Hoot Hoot's Pokemon number 163. And we're gonna take on Elderly here. Not a free fight. We've lost to Elderly plenty of times. Yeah, there is a shiny charm that you get in Gen 5. Which is, yeah, one of the reasons that I initially tried to fill out the Pokedex in the first place. But then by the time I got it done, I was just, like, so done that I never even, like, bothered doing any real shiny hunting. Alright, Elderly. Let's do this, you and me. I'd really like to beat you. I think that'd be good for me. If I could just, like, beat you down real quick here. Yes, thanks. Free turn. Appreciate you there. Vine Whip, don't love to see that, but I can't really blame you. Alright, now this Hoot Hoot is hitting a Hypnosis. Alright, so now we just have to try to get lucky and wake up. Maybe get some crits. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Oh! That was a nail biter. All right, baby 143. I really thought you were about to flub that, but you, wow. You said hold my beer a little bit. That was crazy. Oh my god. Wake up crit. That was a big crit too. That was like a high roll crit. That was nuts. Baby. Oh. Wow, that was nuts. I really didn't think we were gonna beat that. That was crazy. But you can see how easy it is to go down to Elderly. I mean, that was nuts. That was crazy. 4 turns of sleep. Am I wrong? It was like 3 or 4, at least 3, if not like 4 turns of sleep. That was crazy. We are not fighting Faulkner as a Sentret. I want to make that clear. There's going to be a little grinding taking place here in a moment. Grinding the only place I want to grind anymore, which is the ruins of Alf, don't you know? We're going to grind up on Unknown, because they yield both an attack and special attack EV. And, you know, I don't know how many we end up fighting by the time we level up to level 15 from where we're at. Oh, we might as well go this other way and get the Rock Smash HM while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I don't know how many Unknown we end up beating. I don't know how many EVs we really end up, like, getting out of this, but it's just better than any of the other options. In the route next to it, there's a few Pokemon, like Bellsprout and some other stuff that are, you know, yield a little bit more experience per fight. But at the same time, like, there's only 1 or 2 on the route that yield attack EVs. None of them yield special attack EVs, which is something I'm interested in as somebody who has to run Surf and Blizzard and stuff every once in a while. And so, like, excuse me, what the hell? Okay. Hold on. So yeah, fighting. Okay, this is being annoying. So yeah, fighting Unknown, it takes a little longer than like fighting Bellsprout and Rattata and Mareep. But it's just, ultimately it's just a better EV yield. So this is one of the schloggier parts of the run right here. Every once in a while you'll find yourself fighting an Unknown that has like Hidden Power Ghost, which is pretty funny. Nice, like just now, Hidden Power Ghost, it didn't affect me. That's so funny. Speak of the ghost E. Alright. And already we're at level 43, and yeah, we take, it can be super unreliable, but we take Fury Swipes over Scratch. Because, you know, Scratch is basically just worse quick attack. It's just like non-priority quick attack. It's the same damage output, and Fury Swipes, you got to hit it 3 times to do more damage than a Scratch, but you have the opportunity to hit 3, 4, 5 times. And so 3 out of your 6 possible rolls, no, 3 out of your 5 possible rolls, rather, are stronger than Scratch. So you gotta go Fury Swipes, in my experience. As unreliable as it can be. We have lost runs to Fury Swipes being fucking shitty. But, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. We're still getting outsped. Sentret, if you look at Sentret's stats, Sentret has one of the, like, top 30 worst speed stats in the entire Pokedex. Just a truly, truly atrocious speed stat. I think it's, like, base 20 or something insane like that. So that's part of why we evolved to Furret before we fight Faulkner here, but the biggest part of it is just like, this is Furret versus HeartGold and not Sentret versus HeartGold, and so I just think like it's just not, and with overleveling allowed as is, like we're 2 levels overleveled at level 15. I've just never had any qualms about like, I want to be a Furret for all of these fights, you know. So that's why we grind here, and so far I haven't found another place where I feel the need to grind up or like go much higher than this. Like, this is the one time I do it, but I don't know. If I get back to Claire and lose again, even with using healing items, then I might choose another grinding point right there. I might grind up to a higher level, because it just takes a long time. It takes a lot of attempts sometimes to get ourselves back past the second gym. I mean, our fight with the rival in Azalea Town is tricky, and our fight with Bugsy can be really dangerous. His Scyther is really strong. So, I don't know. But yeah, we get outsped by everything at this point in the game. Yeah, we're running now. Time to heal. Alright. Alright. We can do this. We're gonna beat Faulkner. I'm kind of like... I feel kind of strongly that, like, you're not on a run until you've beaten your rival in Azalea Town. You just aren't. And so, a little bit, like, that's always kind of like the goalpost I give myself with these streams, is like, I really kind of hate this early game. Oh my god, the Lady Cardinal is back. She's so cute. Her beak is so bright and orange. Wow. She's just really close. That's cool. I hope those Cardinals are happy. Alright. We're back to beating up Unknown. The known unknown. I think that was Unknown J? Maybe Unknown G. I think Unknown G is like the worst unknown. Like, shoutouts in the comments. What do you think the worst unknown is? I think Unknown B is one of the worst ones. I really don't see why they couldn't have made Unknown B more like solid on one side, like the E. Like Unknown B and Unknown E should look more similar than they do. Just seems strange to me to make it like a pair of boobs. Am I weird for seeing a pair of boobs on the Unknown B? B, come on guys. B, serious. Unknown A, alright. I warned you, this part's a bit of a slog. It doesn't take that long, but you can see why it's like weirdly advantageous to have a place you can grind for attack and special attack EVs at the same time. Like, we've at least, I'd say at least we've fought like 8 of these things, which is good for 2 points in both stats. And offense is absolutely the thing that we need to rely upon the most, I think, on a long enough timeline. Because ultimately, like, if we can hit hard enough, being as over-leveled as we get in the late game, like, it really, really helps a lot to be able to just hit hard. We got a few potions. We don't need to run back to the Poké Center just yet. Unknown J. Yeah, see, Unknown J looks fine. That's a J. Great. There's just something about Unknown G that is just really... They did not nail it. Let's hit these Fury swipes, see if we can't speed this thing up. Thank you, baby. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we're creaming these unknowns, so I feel like, yeah, this EV work is it's worth doing. It's just it's worth doing. Yeah, we would have beat Claire if I had used heals. It just sucks to, like, learn the hard lesson of, like, follow your own rules. Like, don't be a fucking hero. Don't try to be, like... There's no reason to, like, make this harder. It's hard. Like... And I don't have to overuse heals. Like, I'm only using them as much as they allow themselves to use them. It just seems like a reasonable thing. That... And I don't know why I have this weird feeling of illegitimacy. As soon as something's not a hardcore Nuzlocke, I'm like, well, then it's stupid. Healing items, dumb. It's like, no, sometimes that's like, that's all you got. If I wanted to just, like, I have thought about, like, if when once I do beat this challenge, right? I've thought about, okay, then what? And I think what I might do just for like shits and giggles is like do a run where I just level up a Furret to level 100 right at the beginning of the game and then just go from there. Just see what happens. I think it could be fun. I feel like it could be a lot easier. Her Kingdra is always timid. Dragonair 1. Yeah, timid I didn't know about. Plus speed, minus attack. But the Dragonairs, I do have their move sets on this this Nuzlocke tracker here. Nuzlocke.app/game. Pretty great website. Both special defense and minus defense. That's so weird because I've got to run from this. I need to heal. I was a Baby 141 was minus special attack and still one-shotting Dragonairs, her level 38 Dragonairs, every time but once. And the one time we didn't one-shot, we got a freeze, which was cool, incidental. But it was like a sliver, such a small amount of HP left. Which, like, I guess in my mind, that means, like, this baby here is also minus special attack. Oh, fuck. Why did I think it was minus speed? Huh. Weird. Well, I mean, but still, even being minus special attack, we were still taking one-shots with minus special attack. I mean, yeah, we're doing attack EVs right here with these unknown. They do +1 attack and special. And, like, part of my inspiration behind this challenge here is, like, oh, I'm not done. I kind of want to beat it in a way that I could have, in theory, beaten it as a kid. And as a kid, I did not know about EVs at all. And so a little bit I do this on purpose, this EV grind, but like the idea of like trying to fully figure out how to invest my EV spread in this game is just like, it's just a lot of labor to get specific with it. I generally just go for the vibe of like, I'm fighting all the trainers in this game, right? I'm fighting every trainer I see. So the EVs get filled out pretty quickly, ultimately. 252 Pokemon doesn't take long to beat when you're doing a whole solo run. That's not a lot of Pokemon in the grand scheme of things, including wild Pokemon, trainers, gym leaders, and all that stuff. So I feel like, yeah, like, and you can only use a certain amount of vitamins too, so it's not even like I can, like, cheat in the vitamins to, like, I don't know. It's just, the EVs, the way I see it, is when I grind, when I'm in charge of whether or not I have to fight a Pokemon, which is with wild Pokemon exclusively, I just try to grind deliberately. In the early game, I grind on Metapod because I just need that experience so desperately. A level 3 or a level 2 Sentret is just a really, really vulnerable thing in those early routes. I mean, like, we have a hard time fighting Caterpie at the same level. So Metapod is just a free way of, like, getting that experience up quickly and getting ourselves out of that, like, critically dangerously underleveled, like, area that you start in. After that, I tend to gravitate towards pretty much exclusively trying to fight wild Pokemon only if they offer an offensive benefit. I'll sometimes, like, hit a Rattata for a speed EV, like, but I'm realizing as I go along between quick attack and the overleveling and for its kind of naturally decent speed stat, it feels like, you know, speed seems like an increasingly irrelevant stat to invest in with EVs or even nature. Like, I'm not against running a minus, like, for me at this point, what I think would be ideal nature wise would be a minus speed plus special attack for it, because I want it to be offensively mixed in its abilities. Faulkner remains free as always, and I want it to be, and I don't think that it really needs that much help outspeeding stuff, ultimately, on a long enough timeline. But this early game's pretty well solved, ultimately. We know how to get to Claire at this point. We know the fights that we can't really get around. Like, we know the fights that are too RNG dependent to really, like, do anything about how risky they are. Elder Lee is an example of an early... Like, the earliest example is Elder Lee. The fight can just, like, very easily just not go your way. With Hypnosis luck. And then... Oh, I need to go to the Poké Center. Freaking whatever. And then, very quickly after Elder Lee, you don't really have any fights that are that are risky like that until there's a hiker in Union Cave or Union Tunnel. There's a hiker that we're about to fight here in just a minute who has an Onyx that knows Screech. And we don't have any way to hit it for even neutral damage. We can only hit it resisted. And the hiker in the Union Tunnel has never beaten us once. But I really, really think like it's just not complicated at all to see how it could beat us, because it gets us to -6 defense basically every time we fight it. It loves to hit Screech. And so it gets us to -6 defense. And then it knows Rock Throw, and it only ever hits it like twice, ever. But I really just think if it was like Screech, 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 Rock Throw, Rock Throw, Rock Throw, and we didn't get lucky with Fury Swipes or crits or anything like that, like it could just so easily end a run, and he never has. But that's a fight coming up that there's just only so much planning you can really do to get around it. The one thing you can think about doing is running Rock Smash, but ultimately the way that I've learned how to play this run, Rock Smash is not a viable option for Furret. Like, because you cannot delete it until you get to Claire. And in order to get to Claire, you need to be able to delete Headbutt in order to teach Surf and keep Shadow Claw, and like there's just a lot of things so far that have made it so that like this Onyx is just someone that we kind of have to continue getting lucky against. And we always have thus far in 143 attempts of 142 attempts. This is attempt 143 we're on right now, the Snorlax run. Let him hear it. Giratina, by the way. I can do this. Hold on. Giratina is... .487. Pokemon 487. I just realized that I haven't been playing music for a while. The music's sad that I haven't been playing the music. Hold on, I gotta answer this text. Alright, cool. So, we gotta fight all the Pokemon, fight all the trainers in this route still, all the fishermen on this bridge over here, but real quick, let's just grab these items while I'm thinking about it. Large, formidable tree. Well, if only you... Oh, God, if only we could learn Bullet Seed. It would make this Onyx totally trivial. But that's not our lot in life. We've got to just try to get lucky with quick attack and furious swipes. Alright. Go back up the bridge. Fight all these fishing people. The fishing people. No phone numbers ever. Oh, y'all, I gotta do something real quick. Again, this won't take long. I apologize. Alright. I want to get to Azalea Town. And the next stream, if it ends at the very beginning of the stream, that's just the way it is. That's just the way things go. But I want to at least get to Azalea Town. We're so close. So let's see here. Magikarp shouldn't be complicated. Bing, bang, boom. God damn. I turned the music off again to do something. Blah, blah, blah. Nice. One thing I've noticed about these streams is that the chat, the live chat, doesn't like get saved as comments on the video. They like uploads of the VOD or whatever. And so then I'm just kind of left in a situation where I'm just like talking to myself, like in the replay, and I think that's obviously now in hindsight why people include like live feeds of their chat in their OBS. So I might have to figure out how to do that if people are gonna hang out in the chat, but I'm probably gonna wait until it's a more consistent thing and there's more of you. But I do enjoy talking to the chat. I appreciate you guys like coming and hanging out and asking questions and talking about yourself, and it's fun. It's fun to do Pokemon fun with each other as friends. All right, now. Oh wait. Do I got rare candies? No, I don't. But I want rare candies. So that we can, because I think Totodile can't learn Rock Smash, but Croconaut can? Yeah, I think that's exactly the case. So give me 1 second here. I'm gonna cheese in some rare candies, because that is the life I lead. I'm a rare candy cheater for things as arbitrary as getting Totodile leveled up real quick. Bum, bum. Wow. Blom, blom, bloom. And bing. Bang. Boom. There we go. All right. Awesome. All right. So let's beef this little guy up. I think it's level 18 for Crocona. So that hopefully this doesn't take too long. Boom, boom, boom. Sure bite, yeah. Okay, it'd be faster to just like not learn the new moves. Noted. Almost there. 2 more. 1 and Crocona. Boom, 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 boom. Crocona, I think, is one of the more underrated middle evolution starters. I think he's got a really fun little Fred Flintstone kind of vibe to him. Her. Rock Smash. Fight this guy real quick, and then we can get our Shell Bell, which is pretty helpful in this early game. It's like not huge, but every little bit helps kind of thing. And the Shell Bell, you gotta, like, all our moves are contact moves at this point in the game, so every hit we hit, like, gets us just even 1 HP back, and it's just, you know, it adds up. It's good. Alright. Somebody just, like, sacrificed themselves, but, like, then lived. It's awesome. Show rules. Alright. We're gonna get through this tunnel, at the very least. Oh my goodness, y'all. I just, like, I'm so scared of that hiker down there. I'm just so scared of him. He could end the run if he wanted to. And he just, one of these days, I just know he's going to try. The AI in this game is, like, kind of unpredictable. That's one, if anybody can direct me to thoroughly, like, explained AI information about HeartGold, I would love to see that. Because I've looked rudimentarily and not really found anything. I'm not the best internet sleuth, and in all honesty, but I didn't find anything for the AI behavior of this game. It just didn't seem as well documented as like Gen 3. But here he is. Here's this Onyx. My strategy has always been to try to hit Fury Swipes because it gives us more opportunities for crits. Just like that. A 4-hit Fury Swipe, 2 crits, another 3-hit. Okay, that seems like the ticket. And the misses seem justified, but he loves to hit Harden and Screech and almost never attacks. Almost never attacks. We're at -4 defense right now, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, he's just gonna probably -6 defense. We're all the way minus defense. And yeah, he just chose not to attack. That's usually more or less how it goes. But doesn't make it any less nerve-wracking. But we're past that guy, so now the next fight that is truly risky in a way that you cannot plan around in any meaningful way is Bugsy themselves. Like, Bugsy just has a Scyther that can critical hit you pretty easily. What up? Thanks for still being here, Aiden. We're going to get to Azalea Town. I don't know if I'm taking on Bugsy today. I think I might just save right outside of Bugsy and just start the next stream with that fight. But a 5-hit with a crit, baby, baby, baby. Oh. Nice. What else do we got going on? We'll be back. I'm finally going to be back on my normal times of Friday morning next week. So we'll be back next Friday with this stream. the Furret solo run. But if you want to see the fully randomized hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon Emerald Crest, a feature-rich modern ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald that includes all 1025 Pokemon as well as regional variants and Mega Evolutions. Come hang out Tuesday night for that. That run has been a lot of fun. It's very silly. It's kind of the exact opposite of this run in a lot of ways. This run is all about doing the same fight with the same Pokemon over and over again and honing in on exactly how to make that Pokemon as good as you can. And the Emerald Crest randomized run is all about, like, what are we going to catch this time? Is it going to suck? Is it going to be usable? And what ability are they going to have? Because the abilities are also fully randomized. Mine and my opponents. Super effective moves and high base power. So if an attack is not super effective, it should be the high... So that's why Kingdra was going for Hydro Pumps over and over and over again. So thanks for that info, Spencer. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think that means, like, maybe Bright Powder is the way to go, with Hydro Pump being as inaccurate as it is, and with us being able to, in theory, hopefully take one-hit KOs on Dragonair still with Blizzard, then yeah, I think you headbutt through Gyarados, do your best to, like, use up her heals maybe, get the flinch, get the crits, whatever it is. Just try to get kind of Gyarados out of the picture as well as her heals. One-shot those Dragonair and then get to the Kingdra. Hope that those Hydro Pumps just kind of continue to miss while you hit headbutts. And hopefully with Bright Powder over Silk Scarf, you stay in the scenario where you're never quite hitting her into the red. And the damage is just consistent in a way where, like, you can chip her down and use the 2 heals I have available to me as needed. I think that's the way to go about it. Because I just cheesed through her that on a retry without any heals, just by getting lucky. So I think we've got a pretty firm answer there. Oh yeah, we gotta do Slowpoke well. These fights are totally free. I think the only time I've ever had any trouble down here is, like, just not healing between fights. But real quick, we can do this handy-dandy maneuver of selling every Pokeball, because we don't need any. And we can also sell TMs that we can't teach baby, like Bullet Seed, Rock Tomb, Roost, and I'll keep Flash. And then, yeah, buy some potions. I'll buy a few repels, too. We're about to go in that forest in a little while. By a few repels, I mean almost the rest of my money's worth. Alright. Team Rocket guy's gone. Blah, blah, blah. Kurt's back. Hurts. I really sympathize with him. Truly sympathize with him so much. I truly, truly do. Yeah, but this Slowpoke Cave has always been free, as far as I can remember. Like I said, I think I went down one time here to not healing in between a fight or something, but I think I might be conflating that with another game altogether that I was playing. Zubat goes down easy. Yeah. Oh, it's the meme noise. Excellent. We're doing fine. There's an item on this rock. Yeah, Super Potion. We want that. Is there an item on this? No. Like that. And then there's that piece of shit Proton over there. Criminal piece of shit Proton. Zubat, Zubat, Zubat. Down. Okay. Gotta hit Proton here. This is not hard. Yeah, those Cardinals are still out there. At least the lady is. Zubat's a one-shot, and Coughing is close, like a two-shot, I'm pretty sure. Okay, close to a two-shot. We get poisoned. Not really a problem. But yeah, we are fine. Excellent. We've saved the Slowpokes. All right. Oh, I should have equipped the Shell Bell forever ago. Bag. All right. Now let's do these trainer fights. These are relatively free too. The only weird thing that could happen is there's a guy up here with a Paris, and it has Effect Spore. It's its ability, and one time it put us to sleep, like on the hit that we killed it with. I don't know EVs and IVs refer exactly. Let's say face clears Kingdra at level 56 like before. With your Impish Nature, Hydro Pump is 34.2 to 41, no crit. Hyper Beam 28 to 34, no crit. The Dragon Pulse 25. Yeah, I mean, that's really harsh. And so with heals, I feel like we can get through those, especially with a Bright Powder on. Because by the time, if they're doing Dragon Pulse, that's not a big deal. I feel like even at 30%, you know, that means like max no crit. You can take 4 of those. And then Hyper Beam gives us a free move, a free turn rather, to fight back. And then I don't know. I just think the healing is the ticket. It just well-timed heals, and hopefully, like, you know, just hitting the blizzards is going to be important. Having the Cherry Berry is going to be important. Well, Cherry Berry or Bright Powder, right? Because that's the whole thing. Is like, would the Bright Powder Hydro Pump miss chance? Man, it's complicated. I love this song. Alright, Paris. Quick attack. Quick. Oh, yes. Okay, paralyzed means we won't fall asleep. Great. Okay, so that's everyone we gotta fight before Bugsy. Woof. Bugsy's not free, and is just kind of risky in a way that you can't play around. Rival Azalea has a similar thing. With Rival Azalea, it all depends on whether or not his Ghastly hits Curse. If his Ghastly hits Curse, you are more than likely kind of just up shit's creek. Like, unless you get a crit, there's really just... What am I doing? Come on. Do as I say, not as I do type shit. Bing, boom. Alright, well... Here's what we'll do. We'll fight Bugsy. We'll fight Bugsy. I said I wasn't going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're right here. I can't resist. Oh my god. Fury Swipes. Not bad. Could be worse. Leer. I'd rather a Leer than a Focus Energy. Oh, nice. Good crit. Okay. That thing is in quick attack range. Okay, now we can set up defense curls on this Metapod. +6 for 6 HP, I think, is kind of worth doing. Because unless he can crit through... Alright. Oh, and we can start getting some energy back with Shell Bell. Okay, crit, no, not too shabby. Back in the green with Shell Bell. I knew he'd use... God, I didn't realize it would be a full heal situation. That sucks. All right, hit the Fury Swipes. Yes! Oh, baby, yes. All right, it's free from here. It's pretty much totally free. All right, Bugsy. 143. Bugsy's down. All right, it's a run. It's almost a run. All right, and before we even leave this place, it is time to teach U-turn. Over Defense Girl. Okay, let's save real quick. 143 post Bugsy. All right. Time to heal. Oof. And here's the thing that kind of sucks is we've got a boy Furret, so we are vulnerable to attracts from Whitney's Miltank. So usually I would say once we're past Rival Azalea, like we've got a confirmed run on our hands. In this scenario, with a boy Furret, I can't really fully say that until we've gotten past Whitney. Because at this point I feel like my planning and my strategy for badges 5, 6, and 7 are like airtight. I feel pretty damn good about those fights being relatively free. I gotta keep Foresight until I get Shadow Claw. Alright, here we go. Don't hit curse, 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 don't hit curse. Yes! Okay. Always goes down. This can get tricky too. Fuck. Good work. Okay. Confused, but full HP. Fuck. Oh, please snap out of it. We need a crit or something. Okay, snapped out. Oh my god, if we can survive this... Oh no, okay, come on, get a crit. We need a crit. Oh, Reflect needs to wear off, and we need like 3 crits at this point. Okay, wait, survive. Survive this. Just survive this. Alright, y'all. Well, that's today's stream. It was a good one. We tried our best. We got new information, and we've got a new plan. Next Friday, October 3rd, I believe it is, we'll be back with attempt 144, and we will get a run off the ground and we're going to win this game. I'm not going to stop. So hang out with me next Friday morning, or hang out Tuesday night for the Emerald Crest randomized hardcore chef lock. That one's a lot of fun. Go watch the lasagna Nuzlocke on my channel if you haven't seen that. It really is a lot of fun. I worked hard on it. I'm really proud of it. I think you'll be surprised with the quality. I think you'll like it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me. You will be entered for a chance to win this Shrouded Fable ETB, as well as other upcoming TCG things and other Pokemon products that will be eligible for giveaway. Like the video if you haven't already. That would mean the world to me as well. And yeah, just thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for watching the stream whenever you watch the stream. And keep cooking. Thanks, folks.